A club at the university is teaming up with Batson's Children's Hospital in a unique way. Find out more coming up. Good evening and thank you for watching Hotty Toddy News. I'm Cameron Sidley. Rebels for Suicide Prevention in the university's counseling center hosted a candlelight vigil last night to honor those we have lost due to suicide. The event took place in the circle and each person who attended was given a candle to hold. They also had licensed counselors there for anyone seeking to talk or get help. Their goal is to not only remember those we have lost, but also come together as a community and end stigmas regarding mental health. Rebels for Suicide Prevention President Elizabeth Long spoke about why this event is so important.
As suicide attempt survivors and survivors of suicide loss, it is our job to share stories of those that never got to be told in hopes of saving someone else.
Rebels for Suicide Prevention just started last October and are currently seeking new members. While Ole Miss has many clubs on campus, some are on a mission to go above and beyond. Hotty Toddy reporter Brianna Flores has the story.
Ole Miss recently welcomed the Knitting Club to campus, which works to make an impact outside of the Oxford community. Knitting Club President Sadie Rich was inspired by a friend who knitted hats for children's hospitals. Rich used this idea to team up with her best friend Maggie McDonald, who had knitting experience.
During our work week for recruitment, we had a lot of downtime, and a lot of people kept asking me about oh, how do you know how to knit? So I thought of starting a knitting club, and Sadie had the idea to make it more philanthropic.
The club works to knit hats like this one for premature babies at Batson Children's Hospital in Jackson, Mississippi.
Club will deliver at least 50 hats to the hospital over the university's Thanksgiving break. They hope the hats are meaningful to the babies and their families for years to come.
I didn't set up the club to be conjoined with the hospital. I set up the club and then the goods will get donated.
Sophomore Michaela Griffin and other new members can expect a different experience than that of other campus clubs.
I wanted to join Knitting Club because I thought it'd be really cool to give back to the community in a different way. And I don't know how to knit, so learning how to do that is also really cool.
The Knitting Club meets weekly on Thursdays in Bryant Hall and is looking for motivated members interested in making a difference in the community. Brianna Flores.
Knitting Club founder Sadie Rich hopes the club will continue for years to come. The holiday season is here, and one Ole Miss program is preparing for the season by providing transportation for students. Hotty Toddy reporter Grant Gibbons has the story.
The Ole Miss Department of Outreach shuttle service is gearing up for a busy holiday season. The service is open to students, staff, alumni, and anyone visiting the university, says Supervisor Drew Wyndham.
Primarily, we serve people visiting the university for educational conferences.
With many shuttle drivers going home for the holidays, the department is looking for ways to maximize the drivers that they will have.
All right, our goal is to serve the student body and the university's faculty staff first.
Student worker Daniel Closuntia will be one of the drivers going up to Memphis during the holidays.
What I've heard is that we're doing a charter bus and just having everybody that's coming, just having them get on the charter bus and everything.
Even with the low number of workers, the Department of Outreach has plans in place to make sure that students catch their flights and make it home on time for the holidays.
And we are the university, and so the students, whether they ride with us or not, they're expecting the university to provide certain services for their tuition, and we want to make sure we accomplish that.
The rates for the shuttles are as followed. Round trip is $135, whereas a one-way trip will cost you $85.
To book a pickup, email shuttle@olemiss.edu or call 662-915-5132. Pharmacologists at the university are working to create new tools of medicine for incurable diseases such as HIV and cancer. The World Health Organization data shows that new drug discovery is decreasing since 1990. Ole Miss pharmacologists say exploring three-dimensional structures of the protein would open the new horizon of the drug discovery process. Professor Joshua Sharp says they have found a protein that has an unusual connection with cancer and other diseases.
Trying to understand how immune systems recognize or fail to recognize the proteins involved in HIV, with the idea of trying to support people who are trying to make vaccines.
The professor also says they are close to discovering new tools focusing on preventing HIV and cancer. That's all we have for today. I'm Cameron Sidley. Thank you for tuning in to Hotty Toddy News. Goodbye.